Let's now join the Police Minister, Bheki Cele, who's speaking to people in Jeppestown, where he's been visiting today.
Multi-party approaching the matter. What we have agreed with all grumblings when we went to brief the people at the hostel is that we are having Imbizo on Sunday. There is a team already that is preparing for the Imbizo, the logistics. It's Sunday at 10, the venue will be worked out, and the logistics, like the speaker and all that, to go and listen what people will be saying. But we have spoken to the police to say they must jack up some deployment, especially against the looting, against the destruction of property, and against any form of the crime. But we are satisfied that the start we had today with ourselves is Nduna, and everybody here will take us forward. Even when we went in the hostel, we didn't expect it to be quiet, to be a church approach. We expected it to be rowdy, but as one very influential person who spoke with, they agreed that we meet on Sunday. We hope that we will work as a law enforcement agencies in prevention of any other thing that will be coming before Sunday. And Sunday we are working hard, and we are hoping that we'll be able to find a final solution.
All right, colleagues, can we please introduce ourselves as well as the media house, and then also we'll take 3 questions at a time. Minister from ENCA. It seemed to us while we were there, with the gentleman that spoke at the park earlier, that they were not in agreement with you about stopping the violence until the Imbizo on Sunday. Is that going to change? Do you think probably, Baba, that you can convince them to lay down on the violence a little bit until you...
Some were not. Some were. So put the statement correct. Not everybody said no, for the very fact that one of them came forward and did say that they don't like it, but they will wait. So there is a leadership there, is Nduna. I'm sure we'll be working on that everybody comes on Sunday. But that's the issue also. We are emphasizing the presence of the law enforcement so that we keep the law until Sunday comes.
Anyone else, colleagues?
Good afternoon, Minister, as well as Bobaba, No Mama, Criselda Lewis from SABC Television News. Minister, I'd like to ask, there's been sentiment shared about these attacks being orchestrated. I'd like to get your response, or rather a response from you on where's the intelligence? Where is the intelligence? Why does something need to happen? And then there seems to be a very reactive approach that a government is taking in this instance. And also, would you agree with also some of the other sentiments that were shared that perhaps due to some of the incidents that we saw, where, of course, police had to move from different areas depending on where there'd been sporadic violence, that the defense force would need to be brought in? Would you rule that out in having those talks with the Defence Minister?
Well, you act as if yourself you have confirmed that the intelligence has not worked on it. As you are asking, where are they? There are quite several places that were stopped before they started. There are quite several of those areas. There are quite several places where the police are there long before they come. One of those was the march of Pretoria yesterday. Those 200 people that were marching towards Marabastad, yes. So the police were there before they came. So it would be the mix of the intelligence having done their work and the sporadic still there. We would not deny that. But anybody who comes with a full understanding that there is no intelligence here, you better think again. So many things that have been stopped here before they start. Unfortunately, don't go out and make the press briefing to say so and so would have been killed, those things have been banned and all that. We don't make those. If you do want us, we'll brief you a lot about the criminality that is blocked before it happens. Improvement, yes, that is lifetime improvement. You'll never reach the situation as a human being to say that I've done everything. We'll forever improve going forward on that one. SANDF presence. Let me give you a little bit of the difference between Western Cape. You are using Western Cape to measure the thing. In Western Cape, we requested the SANDF to go and face gangsters. There are no gangsters here. There are communities mixed with the problem they are facing, with the criminality they are putting. Which means if you say, I must bring, or we must bring as a government, the SANDF, we say on top of the communities. So there is difference. We're at the place where the communities made the call in Western Cape. Most of the people, they forget that communities made the call, and we have a specific approach, targeted gangsters. So if we bring them here with all the people that run on the street, unfortunately already 5 people out of this have died now. I'm telling you, it will look like a Sunday picnic, the people that have died, if you bring the army. I don't think we're near to that. What we can say, I spoke to the National Commissioner. What we need to do, starting from tomorrow, is to lift the presence and the levels of the South African police, even if we deal with other provinces and all that. I don't think we're close in terms of dealing with the SANDF. I think the police, they are good for the situation. The only thing is that we can invite some from other provinces. I'm not going to tell you who is coming, who is not coming, what are the figures we're working on. I'm not going to give you. But I want to repeat, South African National Defence Force cannot be unleashed to the communities.
All right, Smasher? Smasher from Japan, I think. Could you just take us through their grievances? I mean, what issues are the communities facing?
Well, there will be an imbizo. Some of these are obvious. Are obvious as they raise them, not necessarily that it is so as they raise them. For instance, one that they raise is that they are angry that the foreign nationals, they chased away police at one time. Well, but police responded to that. We don't necessarily need to be assisted by communities. We can do our things, as you have seen that we really acted on that decisively so. But they are raising that some of them is a question of excuse to do things that they're not supposed to do. But second thing that I'm not going to rule out is a pure criminality on the matter. Those that are criminals using the sensitive situation where there might be a real grievances. They've raised the issue of the unemployment, they've raised the issue of the foreign national, but is what we have to go and sift come imbizo. But on the question of xenophobia, I just don't know. I visited the street where the shops were banned. They just banned shops on the row. Shops like ShopRite, shops like Pep, USAFE. As far as I understand, those are South African shops rather than the foreign shops. So they just banned all the shops there. So I don't take it that they were banned because they are shops of the foreign nationals. People that are dead, I think the bigger number as we speak are South Africans, except that the person that was shot and killed in Coronation by the Pakistani, fortunately that Pakistani is arrested and we found that he used an illegal firearms. The law must take its course, though it does give us a problem to be difficult to defend the narrative that people are putting to say for instance, some of the people there, the area meeting will say, were killed by the foreign nationals. Government is not defending us. But I think if anything comes in, the main vehicle of this problem is a criminality. And as a South African police and the leadership will be working around that. We will listen to people, but from the side of the South African police, we are dealing with pure criminality here.
Sorry, Lance, just confirmation, Minister. The issue relating to Coronationville, can we get official confirmation on that? What are the full details regarding the situation there? There's a lot of information going around. Let's hear it from you.
The Premier is there.
Source.
The Premier is there as we speak, because the trouble started when one citizen was shot there and killed. It has been established that a person who committed that crime is a Pakistani national, and then has been arrested. The gun has been found and is illegal firearm. So the law on that one will have to take its course.
And also, Griselda, I think just for more clarity on that issue, we'll have to get it from the Premier, who is on the ground at the moment. There's a follow-up, Minister, from ENCA, and then can you wrap it up?
I just wanted to get Baba, have you guys now come to a conclusion in your Milana? Sunday, and then for now,
yes, we have agreed, and that we have also appealed to our people to stop from doing all these things that they do. So it was agreed, and we are happy.
So we're not expecting any incidents this evening. I mean, we were here last night. It was a different scene. No expectation this evening.
I don't think so. Isn't now all over? So they've appealed to people to stop all these criminal activities.
All right, colleagues, and also just for more information about the death of the 5 people, I'm pretty sure that Lieutenant General Mawela can actually elaborate on that.
Can I go home now?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like
Sorted, right?
All right, so that's the Police Minister Bheki Cele, who's spent much of the day today downtown Johannesburg at Jeppestown, where he visited the local police station and then addressed some of the residents a little bit earlier on. And there appears to have been talking to the media, answering some of their questions and mentioning that he says that prevention is progressing, and that a lot of, in terms of intelligence, a lot of things have been prevented that haven't come to the fore as a result of the work that's being done on the police on the ground. He was asked about allowing the army to come into intervene in some of these situations, and he says that the police are doing a good job at the moment and that the army is not required. And he didn't feel that a lot of these attacks were xenophobic, because a lot of South African owned shops, including shops such as ShopRite, were also attacked, and so he felt that this was just pure criminality. That's the police minister speaking to the media a short